Beetlejuice.
Hey Hans family, welcome to HANZOWEEN. Only one hand is painted, like most of my tutorials I've been doing. If you guys are new to my channel, or if you've been here for a while, we are in the midst of HANZOWEEN, which is 31 tutorials in October. That means a tutorial every single day. Today is a collab with my good friend Alex Faction. He is a wonderful artist and he is doing Beetlejuice. He's also doing 31 Days of Halloween, so please go subscribe to him. He's the shit. He's doing Beetlejuice and I'm doing the beautiful Miss Argentina. I did want to give her kind of a different collar effect, so we did our own. So this is kind of my version of her. And all product details will be listed down below, so check that out. And let's get to the tutorial. So first things first, get yourself ready to be sexy Miss Argentina. We're going to take a NYX pencil. This is just a lip pencil, and I'm doing it in red because we are going to be painting this red, but you could pretty much do it in whatever color. Taking some Mehron Makeup Paradise Paint in Teal, I'm just going to do a nice, creamy, and thick base all over my face, chest, and arms. This is a water-activated paint, so like I said yesterday in my last tutorial, you guys can play around to see kind of what consistency you do like it to be. I don't like adding a whole lot of water just so that it's nice and creamy because I have tattoos to cover and all kinds of blemishes, so you know this girl gotta cover that shit up. Don't forget to get your ear as well, because your ear will be poking out if you're Miss Argentina. Mehron Makeup's Paradise Paint in red was the perfect color for the kind of collar that I'm making, and I decided I didn't like what I first drew because it reminded me of Batman. So I'm just filling that all in, and I like these kind of collars because if you have a round face like I do, you can give the fake illusion that you have a very contoured jaw. And I don't, so I get love to give myself a fake jawline. I didn't have the collar that she wore, so I thought we would just kind of improvise and make our own. I want to set what we just put down, so I'm putting Sugar Pill Mochi eyeshadow all over my nice teal color. This will also help if your paint is a little splotchy to really make it nice and even. I'm going to use a grease paint here to highlight my face. You could use any one that you want, but I like using this one from Mehron quite a bit. I'm using a Sigma brush to just pat this all over the high points of my face. What this will do with patting motions is it won't pick up the paint that we put underneath, so you want to be very careful and not do too much swiping. Using this Makeup Geek Chiseled Cheek brush and Subterranean from Sugar Pill's Cold Chemistry palette, I'm just going to add some contour to my face. This color was perfect because even though it was shimmery and I would much more prefer a matte, it was perfect to really use as my contour shade against that teal. This brush is also a motherfucking lifesaver for me with my round face because I use this all the time, even in just contouring my normal face, because it's chiseled and you really can chisel out your cheek, but it's also a little fluffy, so you can really use it to blend out your contour as well. I also do it to my jawline, as you can see here. If you guys have seen any of my other videos, you know that I love Makeup Geek's Shimma eyeshadow. I wanted to show you guys what it looked like and a swatch. And we are going to highlight Miss Argentina because she just needed it. I don't know if she's really highlighted in the movie, but as I was doing it, I was like, you know what? Everyone's obsessed with highlights nowadays. I might as well highlight this bitch up. And there we go. Miss Argentina has this sexy red lip, so I wanted to use Jeffree Star Cosmetics Red Rum Lipstick. It is the perfect red out there in the entire world, and this does dry completely matte. I do like to overline my lips a little bit, but it's all up to personal preference. Now going in with an eyeshadow primer, I just want to completely cover the top of my lids and right underneath my eye as well. For her smoky eye, it is kind of blue and purple, so I'm using Sugar Pill's After Party, Velocity, and Poison Plum. I want to use After Party, which is the lightest blue, underneath my eyelids with a fluffy blending brush, and then blend it on top of the lid as well, on the very outer corner. Make sure to take your time blending, just blend that shit out as much as possible. Then going in with Velocity, this is the kind of darker blue. I am going to go in the same exact motion that I did before, but with a smaller blending brush and much closer to my eye. I basically want this darker blue to blend into the lighter blue. Do the exact same thing with Poison Plum, which is that really deep purple, and then I did actually go back and add in a little bit of black just to really intensify the effect. Makeup Geek Cosmetics has these amazing foiled eyeshadows. This one is High Wire, and they are so shimmery, especially when applied damp. So using a little bit of Fix Plus and my brush, I'm really packing that onto the top of my lid. She had a little bit of a pop of shimmer on the top of her lid, and I loved it so much, so I really want to accentuate that. For the brows, I didn't want to go too intense, so I'm just using a gel crayon liner. This is from NYX Cosmetics, and I'm basically just staying in my own shape of brows and just kind of filling them in, drawing on little tiny hairs as I go, just to make it look like they're naturally that beautiful and full. With Krylon's liquid liner, I am just going to draw on her intense cat eye that she has. I personally love using liquid liner, and this one dries extremely matte. I want to pop on some really dramatic lashes, so I am using Cherry on Top by Say Oh My. They are synthetic and super cute. I decided that I kind of wanted to make her a little different looking, so I wanted to add a little bit more of High Wire in the center of the bottom of my lid as well. And we forgot to contour our nose, so using a tiny bit of After Party from Sugar Pill, just going to very lightly contour it to look a little slimmer and have a cute little button nose. Onto the chest, I'm just highlighting it very quickly with Shimma like we used earlier. And then I'm using a brush from Morphe, this is for highlighting that I used, and I am just loosely putting it in paint, lighter different shades of red, just to give some texture to this collar. The collar that she wears looks like it has lots of little jewels and stuff on it, so I want to give this collar as much texture as possible. Now for my Violet Voss glitter glue, I am using a brush that unfortunately will get a little fucked up, and I am loosely putting that all over the collar. Then going in with some craft glitter that I got from Michaels and adding that right on top. I went with 2 different sizes of glitter because, again, I want it to be very textured and have a lot going on. So first I'm going in with very big flakes of glitter, and then I'm going back in with very, very fine red glitter. Since most of the texture was covered up with the glitter, I'm just adding a little bit more of white paint on top. Then, since this collar would technically be off of her skin, I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow underneath with the Subterranean color from Sugar Pill. This is great to use with an angle brush because you can get right up against that red collar and just blend it lightly down. Just for a little added effect, I am going in with a little bit of black eyeshadow. This is Bulletproof from Sugar Pill, just focusing on the very curves and outside edges of the collar to really make it look like it is off of the skin. And this is the final look. If you guys do recreate any of these looks, please do make sure to use the hashtag HANZOWEEN. I want to see your looks. I want to see your recreations. I want to see what you guys think of these looks and stuff. So please do them. That's what they're here for. It's Halloween. Let's do some awesome fucking looks. Let's have some fun. So please do subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have already, well, I just love you. You're the shit. Hope you guys like this tutorial. I think I already said that. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Gotta do that purr, that like. I can purr like a cat from the back of my throat. Like most people can roll their R's, I can back of my throat. I don't know.